Oh, hey, Internet, what is up? Welcome back to the Type QQ channel and Egan's Aegis as we continue on doing our thing, trying to get our personal best a little better. Maybe if we can score on the leaderboard, as it were, of the high score challenge on the subreddit of Shmups. Let's do it. We're doing pretty good. We're making some good progress in the past videos. I'm certainly still making a ton of stupid mistakes. But also, on top of that, as a positive, we're at least noticing where our largest troubled areas are. Primarily in the cerebral cortex, am I right? In the brain. I firmly believe if we can kind of fix, how poorly we're playing with on certain stages and certain bosses, I think the game is certainly dunkable for that 1cc. And I think it's just a matter of seeing if we've got the time here in the 11th hour to put it away and put a good score up, I damn say. I don't know, I'm just rambling at this point. I mean, that is one of the key issues with playing a game, an arcade style game like this for the, for the 10th time, what seems like, or the video for the 10th time, we're really scraping the barrel of interesting things to say, aside from just face palming and moaning every time we run into a bullet that we otherwise have no business or really shouldn't be getting hit by. Level 1 boss, a familiar schmuck. We only have 3 shield. Did we get hit in this first stage somewhere? Holy shit! Did we not talk about how pathetic that is? Yeah, we should have, unless I've really solidified the fact that I have something wrong with my brain, we should have 4 shields. And I was going to make mention how, hey, we really should be stacking up the shields and the points as much as we can. I don't know. I think we got tagged somewhere. How shitty would that have been? There we go. Here we go. Finish him up. There it is. Level 1 in the bag. I guess it's entirely possible that the bomb bounced around and we missed it. I guess that's possible. Who knows? I only just watched it 10 seconds ago. It's already escaped my memory altogether. And as you can tell, we're kind of going on a automatic special attack meta as well, with some exceptions. As you can tell, some of these areas are very what's coming, so you kind of just wait for them to show up and then you pound them, as you do. Really hope that we could have got the bullet cancel on that, but not in the dice, not in the cards. Has anyone ever said it's not in the dice? Is that even a phrase, or I'm just losing my mind? Being cursed with the episode 10 troubles of trying to find something creative to say. I think I'm just interchanging proverbs to make absolutely zero sense. And once you kind of escape the sort of erratic pattern this guy begins with, he starts with, it's easy stuff. There we go. Till next time, buddy. Wow, okay. So that's certainly a hit that we'll certainly want to take back later on in the game when we're sitting at 1 health and really hoping to shut this game down. Like, man, I wish we didn't get hit by that 1 bullet on the screen. Sometimes I feel like man, I think I've really progressed as a video gamer, as it were, or a bullet dodger, which no one's ever called themselves any of that. But then shit like that happens, and I'm like, maybe not, Jesus Christ, even that dodge, I'm just asking for it, just cover my eyes and run across the street. And this boss kind of really personifies the, wow, okay, don't put yourself in stupid positions. If you can kind of, what do they call that, macro dodging particularly, or potentially, where as long as you keep yourself in a good area where you can kind of dodge, this will all be simple stuff. So just don't do what I normally do and then just like hide into a corner and then kind of dodge out of it to no avail. Just, if you're going to take a left, your next dodge has to be a right. In essence, at least. Jesus Christ. Is there any surprise that this run is going to fail miserably, huh? I mean, we want to hope at least we get that personal best a little better. That last pattern, largely more intimidating than it is actually threatening. You can find some sort of really close, safe spaces. Just kind of, I need my safe space as a millennial. You know that. Hashtag needlessly mean about something. There we go. Level 2 down. I mean, luckily we got some shield bonus. I don't know if we've really deserved any of it. We've been kind of pegged along the way here for, well, here we go. Some more phrasing that I wish I could take back and rephrase for the internet. But yes, we've been pegged all along here. That's the bullet cancel I want right there. An interesting, sort of two-headed mini-boss, or maybe just the large enemy that is, where you can kind of destroy the little sort of turret in front of him, and it will kind of cancel the screen and give you time to kind of finish him off as well. I mean, in essence, right? But we'll find in this stage that these sort of enemies and tanks that kind of come off from the side and take their shots at you while you're kind of focused on other things that are the silent killers in this one. Yeah, like that shot right there. Luckily, we are somewhat aware, if not remotely. That's a good cancel. More of that, please. Here we are. This is, as I've said before, my favorite sort of little enemy of the game here. Maybe because he's got a few different phases on him if you're ripping his arms off. There he is. And he gave us an extend too. Why would he not be our favorite, Fun to kill, and then gives us a free life. Maybe not every time, but just in this particular run he did. So now we're sitting at 3 lives, and for a moment now we can imagine like, hey, maybe we don't suck as bad as we have been sucking. You know, I mean, for that 1 second until we were like, no, really. I mean, we got hit like 4 or 5 times already when we really had no business to be being pegged, as we've discussed. These awful tanks are off the side. Both sides, making my life miserable. These guys can go straight to hell. Yeah, they even come right as low as these guys down here in the corner. Not good news. You know, if you're not expecting their arrival, they're going to cause a lot of headache. Luckily, it looks like they're straight on here. Man, okay, finally some cancel there. It's like, wow, there's a lot of patterns, a lot of bullets there, but no cancel out of that first enemy. There it is. Level 3 stage in the books. Hoping the boss goes a little bit easier. This is one of the areas that I think will define well. Jesus Christ! I can't even set up the scene before it's already falling apart. This is one of the areas that we need to tighten up if we're looking to really beat this game. 1cc this game in particular. This boss and the boss in the following stage. I think these are our two most troublesome areas, although, at least for this run, you can kind of point at the game itself and just say, like, listen, we couldn't go 5 minutes without being hit by something. But we're hoping it's not going to be a sort of beginning of the end when it comes to... we'll just put a period at that sentence there. Two lives, 3 shields. So that's essentially 9 lives left. I mean, when we're talking about generosity in a game, you can't ask 8 lives. You can ask for more, and apparently it's exactly what we're going to need to survive. But yes, this is going to be, this is certainly one of those areas where we have to improve on greatly. If not, just get a little bit of luck to carry on, to the next, to later parts of the game. Luckily, we've come across one area of this boss that's really not been much of a challenge. This can be tricky if we're moving into like a really high density sort of curve. We kind of want to stay in the open with these nice thick lines and not really tempt ourselves with some of these bullets that are kind of clumped together, kind of, there we go. Not the most, there we go as well. The curves are back. So far so good, and some good dodge, bringing it back to the middle. Hey. It didn't look very good in the beginning, but, I could say, hey, at least towards the end, that's kind of what we want for the whole fight. So, 2 lives, 2 bombs. Were we hit just that once? Maybe we were just hit that once. I suppose that's an improvement, Maybe the improvement I was looking for, granted, yes, sure, let's not get hit at all. Kind of want those cancels as well for those big caterpillar guys. I mean, maybe in this stage more than other stages, we do kind of want to be a little reluctant on automatic meta here, because some of these enemies are going to kind of beg to be blasted out of the sky when they show up, and you might not really have the time or the ability to kind of just shoot whenever. It's going to be large enemies that come out at certain times, and you want to make sure you hit them before they fill up the screen and you don't get to cancel on them. So yeah, exactly there, I think, maybe is the point, that we shot the special at the popcorns, and then the large enemies came up behind them. We killed them just fine, but their bullets were around, and then we had to be tasked with dodging, which we can't do, and got hit for it. Wow, the worst dodge of the run so far, which was kind of like the antithesis of a dodge. I mean, I expect there is some challenge in this stage, so I expect we're going to have some trouble, but we do have to minimize the stupid stuff. If there's a crazy pattern that we're like, oh god, or yeah, like that stuff that's kind of makes us think that like our keyboard unplugged. We got to at least dodge the big bowling ball. Wow, it is. We picked up the extend there, which is great, but yeah, it's what are we in, a nosedive now? Maybe. Ugly stuff. Sitting at 16 mil of our 36 of our personal best. We're really looking to 1cc this to really have any sort of showing on the leaderboard. This. I don't think 36 even makes a dent in it, to be honest. There's a bomb there that's going to insulate this life a little bit. Wow. Wow. I had put a joking, I put a tweet on Twitter, as you would do. Almost like, holy shit, we should have been punished for that. Kind of promotionally speaking about these videos and how my attempts to get a high score is going to be like somebody who just falls playing the Olympic Games, and like some of these hits are exactly that. You see one bullet, you're trying to dodge it, and you just run your face right into it. I was like, and that was a joke. I don't know what this is. Maybe the same, but of a more cruel nature. All right. Onto the level 4 boss, who is really, I mean, we've discussed it before, is kind of like, well, okay, there we go. That's what happens when you kind of hide in the corner or the side of the stage. It's or the screen rather. It's all over. This guy is the sort of gatekeeper, of our hopes and dreams when it as far as this game is concerned. We need to play against this guy and put him down with minimal damage, of course, and then take as many lives saved to. Oh shit, we are running out of space there. So far, it's not so good. One phase down here. Jesus Christ. Could we not see the, the giant swimming pool noodle of bullets coming our way? Or that as we run into the boss itself. Yeah, so... Not good stuff. This is the... Yeah, this is exactly it, where we just have to kind of figure out a better tempo, a better strategy of surviving this, as we're now on our final life. 3 hits left, and almost a sort of defiant act of frustration, just sitting on them and just firing them. And the patterns don't necessarily get easier. This is one of those slow crawls with a lot of condensed bullets that really do push you to the bottom of the screen, and you're kind of hoping for that one opening you can kind of squeak through. There we go. So far, a little bit of luck. But we do want to put ourselves in a good position where we can dodge if we want to. And being in the corner is not a good place for that. Alright. Given a little bit of mercy, we have now escaped that boss, but what, 4 or 5 lives down? We got beaten up to hell. 23 mil of 36. I believe if we can get up to 30, we get an extend, I believe. 25 or 30, somewhere around there. And with the bullet cancels at this stage, we hope to reach it. It will be the key of bringing up our score. See, that guy could get real tricky if you leave him on the screen. There we go, with a nice cancel as well. Here we are with a guy with a giant sort of swath of bullets. Yeah, I still sometimes it's luck when you dodge that first attack. We reached 25, so no extend here, so we're looking at 30. And you'd hope that we'd reach it. You know, we've got a few hits, and we're at the 27 right now, so we're hoping it's not going to take too far, or not take too long. There's a bomb that's going to that essentially is a not an extend, but a free life in some essence. There's our extend. So we got a little bit more sticking power, but I mean, certainly we'd feel a lot better if we had the 15 hits we took being stupid, and maybe we'll even take that one back as well. I just, you know, yeah, I mean, a lot of these you just can't be in focused fire, or, you know, don't be in the corner, you know. Don't be foolish. I mean, the weird thing is that we were just under our high score when we got killed there, so our combo dropped quite considerably, if not completely reset. So now we are kind of working with working to get our momentum back. At 35. So So you'd think with these last few shields we should be able to better our personal score. Jesus Christ, maybe not, huh? Oh God, it's getting real touchy, huh? And that's gonna hit us. Hold on to your butts, right? Final hit unless something miraculous happens. Alright, we have reached our personal best. If not, like, maybe an eyelash above it. Well, actually, it's kind of dashing ahead of it, picking up a bomb as well. I guess if nothing can be said about those swarm enemies that come in, they give you a ton of points if your counter's really high. So we're reaching the final boss with 43. Where did that happen? You know, we just picked up like 10 mil all of a sudden, you know. Oh, wow. Wow, wow. Really not seeing the game this run, are we? It's not. It's just really. I mean, what can you be? What else can be said? You know, it's just was really not meant to be. You know, no part of this was Jesus, we're fucking toast. No, how did we? There we go. I was like, how did we not? How did we not suffer death there, but moving into the worst spot imaginable? You know. I mean, we got a personal best, but and what we need to improve on couldn't be any more, you know, apparent. So I guess moving forward from that, you know, that's exactly what we need to just work on, you know. But progress all the same, but we need to, yeah, there's a lot to improve on. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, all that stuff, and we'll come back and play some more in the future.